Hey guys.
Alright folks, this is the first video that we're recording since Ozzy Osbourne passed away. So with that in mind, I would like you to say a couple of words in your Ozzy voice. Just like, dude, like you do the beer thief thing like really
I
good.
don't.
So
It's not that good.
I think it's really good. I think it's really good.
I don't know if it's that good.
I
Man.
think it's really good.
It's like he walks into the room.
Sharon.
Sharon, what? I had 2 beers on my drink. Where's You're the beer thief. You're the beer thief.
That clip is epic because he looks like he just woke up.
I think he did. Like
when he comes out of the room.
I had to close my eyes for that one. Like, I feel like he just woke up.
It looks like he just woke up. His hair is a little messy. He comes out. He looks like he has no idea what's going on. And Sharon is walking with Kelly as he comes out of the room, and he asks about his beers.
2 beers
on my nightstand.
On my nightstand. Where's the
Who
beers?
took my beers?
Who took my beers?
You took the beers.
You're the beer thief.
That clip is absolutely
I have to go.
One of the best reality shows ever.
I have to go and rewatch that whole show now.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do
there's some
that as
hidden
well.
gems within that show.
There's a lot.
I know, but there's a lot of gems that are not quite hidden. But I want to go see, like, I want to deep dive into that show, like how he makes that big ass fucking coffee, and it's like a black coffee, and he drinks it, but then you don't really notice that he's like spilling half of it on himself.
I think Ozzy deserves for all of us to sit down this anytime now that you have available to yourself and rewatch the whole Osbournes. I think you're doing everybody a huge service because it's definitely worth it.
Dude,
I don't think that show gets enough credit
for what it was,
how good it was, what it was, and how it set the table for so many other shows that came after it. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't the Kardashians come after that? I think the Osbournes were around before.
What year was the Osbournes?
I don't know, but I think it was before.
I think it was before. Dude.
Not many people come before the Kardashians. Some people come on the Kardashians.
Ray J did. Or
yeah,
was it Ray
on
J?
her back.
On her back, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Ozzy Osbourne,
a great comeback.
Ozzy Osbourne will be missed. Legend.
Legend. Absolute legend.
Dude.
All right.
I said this in the I said this in the Patreon video, but I was surprised, bro. I think when people tell me, oh, if you live a healthy life, healthier lifestyle, this and that, if you don't smoke, you'll live a long, healthy life. This guy lived until he was 76.
Yeah.
And he, like, for 2 years straight did LSD. So, I mean,
he did some crazy shit.
He did some crazy shit in his life. He is the human embodiment of what heavy
doing
metal
everything that you should, but he's also he did everything that you shouldn't do and still like live to tell the story.
And still live to tell the story. He was the human embodiment of heavy music in general.
Yeah.
And
I don't think this channel wouldn't exist, and the bands that we listen, this band that we're going to check out now, they wouldn't be around if it wasn't for Black Sabbath. Nobody would.
So rest in peace to the Prince of Darkness.
Exactly. Shout out to Ozzy Osbourne.
And please go look at that show. I'm gonna go fucking rewatch that show.
I agree.
It's a definite.
Now that we got that off of our chests, let's check out this brand new video from Nil to Obscurity. It's been a long time since we've done a Nil to Obscurity video on the channel. Now, full disclosure, as always, we always keep it 100. Is that still what the kids say?
Well, keep it 100?
Yeah. So we're keeping it 100. And I'm going to tell you guys, I've already heard the song because I already heard the album. I already pre-recorded a review. This is going to be in my top 10 albums of the year.
Damn.
This is the best album that Nil to Obscurity has ever released in their entire life. So go check this out. Pre-order this album. You're not going to regret it. Definitely going to be in my top 10. The question is how far up on that top 10.
Isn't it too early to start saying top 10?
No, it's going to be in my top 10 hands down.
Really?
Hands down. And I'm not saying this just because I'm going to see them in Copenhagen December 1st. So shut out. They're going to be touring, headlining tour across Europe starting, I believe, in November, either late October or early November, something like that. And they're going to be in Copenhagen December 1st. I'm going to be there because I'm going to be there a couple of days earlier to see Orbit Culture and Gadia. But I'm going to be at their show. So if you guys want to hang out and buy me a Diet Coke while we're at the show because I don't drink alcohol, come out to Copenhagen December 1st, see Nil to Obscurity with yours truly. I'm going to be there rocking the joint, hanging out with these dudes, and telling them how good this record is. Maybe not only they'll set me up with a guest list spot, but they also throw me a shirt while we're at it.
Who knows?
Who knows? At least I'm putting it out there. Good things will happen, maybe.
True.
All right, the name of the song is Generation of the Void, which, by the way, is also the name of the album.
Okay.
All right? Let's fucking go.
A generation of the void into hollow emptiness.
Wow. dude can sing. All right, so since I already knew the song, because obviously I heard the whole album, I want to get your take on it. What do you think about Generation of the Void?
Dude, so fucking good, man. This was really, and this like hits a good spot for me.
I think you'll enjoy the record, in all honesty.
It's like, dude, it's like Catatonian without the proggy stuff, and then the guitars.
A little bit of Swallow the Sun.
No, the chorus feels like Death White. It has like a mixture of Death White with
But also a little bit of Swallow the Sun.
A little bit of Swallow the Sun, but I think more Death White. The way Death White makes their music, like
that band is, by the way, criminally underrated.
Oh,
incredibly underrated, beyond criminal.
Criminally underrated. Like way, like I don't know how people haven't.
It's not a band really; it's just
that.
a one-guy project. But whatever.
Still, that band deserves way more love than what they have. So yeah, for me, this is like a really good, like a top tier mix of vocally, how do I say it? His the way he plays with the words is very Catatonia like.
Yeah, but the tonality is not.
Yeah. But I think guitar wise, like music wise,
I think the tonality of his voice actually matches more Miko from Swallow the Sun, in all honesty.
Yeah, and in some parts, Death White is for me more when it goes like dum.
Yeah, with the notes
chorus,
just when
the
notes just dragging.
The notes just dragging, yet feeling a sense of light with that dragging feeling there. That I'm getting a lot of Death White with that. Dude, really fucking good. Like, I can see why.
I told you it's going to be in my top 10. Dude, the question is how far up it's going to be.
How far up it's going to be. Yeah, man, dude. It's
Hands
really
down.
good, man.
Hands down.
This is really fucking good.
And I don't want to say too much about the... I mean, they have a bunch of singles. I think they have like 5 or 6 singles out. Something close to that. I think this is the 5th single. So don't quote me on it, but something along those lines. One of the things is, if you haven't checked out any of the singles yet and you're wondering what the album is about, like you've only heard this song, the album is really interesting because it's not an album where every song follows the same pattern. Like, for example, if you're listening to Slayer, after you listen to the first song on any record of Slayer, you know kind of what the second song is going to be like, and you kind of know what the third song is going to be like. Same thing with bands like AC/DC. There's, I'm not saying they repeat themselves, but there's not a lot of deviation from the path. They don't stray. They don't stray from the path. They don't stray from the path.
I
right?
knew you were gonna go there.
So this album, to me, what is interesting about it, when I look at it, them being a melodic death doom band, this album is way doomier than it is a melodic death metal band, death metal sound. Not to say that it doesn't have melodic death metal elements, it does. But when you look at, for example, the vocals, in my opinion, this album is like 90-95% clean vocals. There are harsh vocals throughout the record, but very sporadic here and there. It's not like this song is all clean vocals, right?
Yeah.
So right then and there, when you have an album with predominantly clean vocals, very melancholic throughout, it's definitely a melodic doom record, more so than anything else. But there's certain tracks on this album that sound like Paradise Lost. There are certain tracks sound like Swallow the Sun. Certain tracks feels like Catatonia, like you said. Death White, all of these bands. So it's an album that doesn't have a single influence of the sound, and when it doesn't have a single influence, it doesn't have a single output. It's still doomy and melodic throughout, but it's different shades of doom and different shades of being melodic from song to song, which allows for a record. Because the one of the main issues with doom metal albums specifically is that if there's not a lot of deviation from track to track, it becomes super linear, and that linearity allows the album to feel very repetitive. Like when you get to song 10, you feel like you've heard that song before because they all kind of intertwine with one another, and it's really hard to see the forest from the trees. They did a really good job changing how the song feels and how the elements come across, still with that doom backdrop, but changing it ever so slightly on the songs so that all of them have their own DNA, their own fingerprint. Like some songs have more harsh vocals, some have none, some have a little bit. Like even just changing that alone changes the dynamics of the songs and allows you to remember a song better. Some tracks like this one, very doomy, very, very clear. And then there's some tracks that are a lot heavier, more melodic death metal. So the sound of the guitars on those songs sounds completely different than the sound of the guitars on these songs. So I felt that it was a really interesting album because it doesn't follow a pattern. It's very dynamic and still very doomy, very melancholic at the same time, which is not necessarily something you see every day. The last time I remember hearing an album that it's that dynamic, that alive, and that doomier was Swallow the Sun's record from last year. Melancholy, in my opinion, is their brightest sounding record from Swallow the Sun. It's one of those albums that when you get to the end, you don't want to cut your wrists. And most of their albums, you do want to cut your wrists when you get to the end.
Well, by the time you get to the end, you've already cut your wrists.
Yeah, you're just like, okay, I'm done with this. Like, because it just feels like it demands too much of you, even emotionally. So I feel like this record for these guys, it's kind of like that. It's an album that's breaking a little bit of the patterns. I absolutely love this album, top to bottom. And like I said, it's going to be in my top 10 albums of the year. The question is, how far up is it going to be? But I don't think I'm saying anything that's out of bounds. You heard the song. This is just a snippet of how good this record is.
It's a really good fucking song. So I can only imagine.
His voice is phenomenal, by the way.
Like, it feels like he's pushing his voice, but it's not cracking and it's not. There's no imperfections.
I just hope they don't go. In the future, they don't start to add some proggy shit like Catatonia, which, like, the last record, the album that came out this year, completely lost me.
It kills the vibe. It kills the vibe of what you're already doing.
Yeah, like, to me, it loses a little bit of the essence of what the band. Not that Catatonia never did anything proggy, but
I think they just
but when
amped
it's
up the
overly
proggy.
proggy, it's just like ugh. I don't know. It makes it really hard to digest. This is as smooth as like a 30-year rum, and trust me, I've drank a lot of those. It's smooth. I'm not gonna say as a baby bottom because that's kind of like, Epstein kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go down that road. But this album is fucking good. If you haven't pre-ordered yet, I highly recommend you do. Go check out their socials. They're gonna have a headlining tour across Europe with Yoth Iria. I think it's the name of the band. We've checked them out on the channel as well. Looking forward to see them live as well. And like I said, if you guys are in Copenhagen December 1st, come out to the show, buy some tickets, and hang out with yours truly. I'll be there. Fuck. It's not every day that I travel to Copenhagen, even though this year is going to be my second time.
We were just there.
Yeah. So come out and enjoy some Nil to Obscurity. That's all I got to say. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this song as much as I have and as much as he did. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the album as well because it's really aces. All right, we'll see you all at the next one.
See ya.